XFL files brand trademarks in Mexico and Canada. And I pissed some people off with this, but you got to follow along as I explain this. So, trademark attorney Josh Gerben put out a following tweet regarding the Washington football team's new name coming in February, which Defenders has been rumored name for the NFL franchise. Basically, what he says, there is this treaty called the Paris Convention, and 178 countries signed this treaty. If a company files a trademark in one of the 178 countries, it may then file the same mark in any other country within 6 months of getting priority date from the original filing. So basically, what he was saying is that what people will do is they'll file trademarks in other countries and then move them over to the United States to keep them hidden for super nerds like us. So after doing some snooping around, Jake Henry did some snooping and found the XFL had a pending trademark in Mexico. After more searching, XFL News Hub, we found another trademark in Canada. The Canadian XFL trademark date of the registration was January 19th, 2021 for the proposed use in Canada, and this trademark is active. And for what it's worth, the date filed for the application was actually June 26, 2018. The XFL did broadcast games on TSN in 2020, so this might be why this is kind of where the trademark exists. But it exists in Canada, and it's been there since probably most likely because of the games being on TSN. And I would love to find out the TSN numbers for XFL games. The Mexico date filing application was actually in November 18th, 2021, and this trademark is pending. It's got all the same thing, broadcast and merchandise and clothing, blah, 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 blah. So does this mean the XFL will be in Canada and Mexico in 2023? We'll find out in February per The Rock's announcement where he's talking about there's big announcements coming. This tells us that the XFL has a genuine interest in having their teams in these countries for months. Remember, XFL chairwoman Dani Garcia has said that the XFL has global aspirations, and it looks like Mexico and Canada could be where they start. That's where these things are. Mike Mitchell has talked about it multiple times, but apparently when I talk about it, the King Heel CFL, XFL guy or whatever. But this needs to be tied together. So I put that out there and people had an issue with it because it was like, well, that trademark is old, just trying to get clicks, typical hate speak. And then most of the time people don't even read the article because I put all the dates in there. But go back to this article. XFL job postings for a senior director of ticket operations. Let's go to that article, which also came out around that same time. Tuju Master discovered this XFL job posting on Indeed. The XFL is not only looking for a controller, but a senior director of ticket operations. Then what makes this job post worth writing about is, remember, there's USFL job postings out there looking for interns and other kind of stuff. But the senior director of ticket operations will build and manage the league's ticket operations, which will oversee ticketing technology and operations for the league's teams and venues, domestically and internationally. This isn't domestic only. This is international tickets. Oversee ticket technology and operations for the league's teams and venues domestically and internationally. This is the job posting. So why does that matter? Because we go back to the trademarks that they have, one already in Canada and now one in Mexico. Dani Garcia is talking, Mike Mitchell is talking, and now you have a position with the ticket operations manager that, again, will oversee ticketing technology, say that's fast 3 times, and operations for the league's teams and venues domestically and internationally. And blah, 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 ticket operation systems, full support, blah, blah, blah. So remember that. It looks like the XFL is interested in going international. Now the question is always, are they going to go international now or later? We've talked about Dani Garcia. Rumored locations are Mexico City, Toronto, and London. I've heard London as a name. The question is, will we see new teams in international locations in the new XFL 3.0 era, or is this something that they're keeping in mind down the road? We know The Rock mentioned in an interview with CNBC that there would be new teams, new cities, and more. The announcement for the new teams and locations is supposed to happen in Q1 of 2022. So something to keep in mind. I'm still not convinced that we would get anything this year. I think they're just going to try to play it safe and just go with what was already working and not really adding anything new to it. Maybe moving some things around, but The Rock did say new teams and new locations. So we're just going to have to sit and wait. But remember, you have the trademarks and then you have the job postings. Put the two pieces together, plus Mike Mitchell's reporting and Danny Garcia talking. There's definitely international aspirations for the XFL. There's no question about that.